Hey guys, how's it going? It's Movie Buff Beth, and I'm back today with another video. Today it's going to be a Hamilton book haul. I haven't done a video highlighting this company yet, so I thought I would go ahead and do it because I have a pretty substantial haul here to show you guys. Hamilton Book is an awesome company. I've been buying from them for several years now. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, definitely go check out their website. I'll link it below. But they get lots of like overstocked discs from various companies and sell them for really awesome prices, often less than 10 bucks, sometimes less than $5. Just lots of great deals over there. And it's not just standard releases from studios. You also get lots of label releases. I've gotten like Scream Factories, Arrows, Vinegar Syndromes, you name it, from them in the past. It's really awesome. In this particular haul I have Olive Films, which I don't think I've ever gotten any Olive Films from them before. I think this is a first that they have them. And I have some more Twilight Times. I've gotten several from them over the last several months because, you know, Twilight Time has gone through this whole transition in which they've basically ended their distribution and all that, so I was able to get a lot of these for really cheap, so it's awesome. Again, check out Hamilton Book. They're a great place to pick up awesome deals. So I'll go ahead and dive right in. First up, these are all of the Olive Films titles that I picked up. First one is called Sleep With Me. I will say, like, I'm pretty sure all of these releases are blind buys, so I won't have an awful lot to say about them, so I apologize for that. But lots of good stuff from the looks of it. I picked this one up because it's got a great cast. You got Craig Schaeffer, Eric Stoltz, and Meg Tilly. So really recognizable cast there, so it should be a pretty decent watch. If you guys have seen any of these, let me know in the comments below, and let me know where I should start in this awesome haul. Now, there are Olive Films here. This one stars Alan Alda and Anne Margaret. I think I picked up most of these Olive Films based on the cast because I hadn't heard of most of these, but I just looked at the cast and decided on them that way. So the next one is New Life. Don't know too much about it, but I do really like Alan Alda, so it could be a good watch. Next up we have The Outsider. This one's been on my radar for a little while. I don't know, I guess it was probably on my Olive Films wish list or something, but it stars Craig Wasson, I believe is how you say his name. And he's in some really good like cult horror films, so it's always good to see him in movies, so I'm looking forward to that one. This next one is probably the one I'm most excited for in this whole haul. I've had this movie on my wish list for quite a while, but it never really dipped under $20, and it's not a great deal. I mean, a lot of the times these Olive Films don't even have special features. Sometimes they do, but not always. And this is a movie I've wanted to see for a really long time, so excited when I saw Hamilton Book had it. I think all of these Olive Films were anywhere between like $6 and $8, so some really great deals. But the one I'm really excited about is The Woods. This does have Patricia Clarkson in it, who is a really great character actor, but The Woods I've really wanted to see for a while, so I was excited to pick this one up. And this next one has Gary Oldman and Kevin Bacon in it, so that sold me alone with that cast, and that is Criminal Law. I think this one was like $10. This is probably the most expensive Olive Films that I picked up. This is one I've heard about for a while. I don't actually know that much about the movie, but I've definitely heard of it. It's called Gas, I guess is how you say it. But yeah, I definitely heard of this one. Don't know too much about it, but I was excited to see it on Hamilton Book. A couple more Olive Films here. The one that I was not able to get, it's called Shanks. It's a William Castle horror film. It was out of stock by the time I got on the website, unfortunately. But I was able to grab it on eBay for not too much more than Hamilton was asking for it, so can't complain too much there. But I will say Hamilton Book does tend to get restocked, so if something goes out of stock, keep an eye on their website because they usually get more. I'm just really impatient. But this next one stars both Michael and Kirk Douglas, so that definitely intrigued me, and that is It Runs in the Family. Really interested to see those two in a movie together. And this next one, it stars James Mason, Robert Preston, Beau Bridges, and it's directed by Sidney Lumet, who did 12 Angry Men, so this was a very easy blind buy. That's Child's Play. I think this one also went out of stock. I was lucky enough to get that one, but hopefully they'll be getting more. You can also follow on Blu-ray.com if you go to the Hamilton Book Forum. The guy that runs Hamilton Book is very responsive to questions on there. So if you have any questions about stuff that might be getting restocked or anything like that, go on there. And then it's also a great place to share recommendations of stuff that they have. Yeah, just definitely check out the forum on Blu-ray.com. But yeah, excited to have Child's Play. And then this next one, it's not a Olive Films release, but it is one of their, like, I believe they're a subsidiary of Olive Films called Slasher Video, and that is Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, excited to pick that one up. They usually do like SOV horror films, so shot on video stuff, so it doesn't usually look great, but they're good to have in the collection. And for as cheap as they are from Hamilton Book, it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't know if this one is a SOV title. It might be. No, this is a 2013 film. This is a new film, so not an SOV. So they do like SOV films and then also like indie horror and indie stuff. So yeah, Cinco de Mayo. So I believe that's all of the Olive Films titles that I picked up. So I got a bunch of Twilight times to show you now. And again, these are all blind buys, just ones to add to the collection for really cheap. First one is Baby the Rain Must Fall. Then we have Yanks, which stars Richard Gere. It's pretty cool. The Admirable Crichton, The President's Lady, Fatherland, and this one I read the synopsis on. It sounds really intriguing to me. It's a film from 1986. The River's Edge, 10 North Frederick, and The Virgin Soldiers. This is the last Twilight time one I picked up. I might get a few more from them if they get any new titles, but I feel like I've kind of gone through everything that they have on there currently and picked up what sounded interesting to me. But if you guys have seen any of these Twilight time titles, let me know. Then the rest of these are basically just random standard Blu-rays that I picked up. First one, this one has been on my wish list for quite a while. They've had it available for a long time and I finally pulled the trigger on it. That is Against All Odds. And then this next one is a mini series actually I got for a really good price, and that is The Night Manager, which stars Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. And this next one, this is a Canadian Blu-ray release. They have a lot of Canadian Blu-rays available from Hamilton Book, which is pretty cool because, you know, some movies get released on Blu-ray in Canada but never get released on Blu-ray in the US, so it's a cool way to pick them up. And that is Burn. I actually picked this movie up when it first came out on DVD. Haven't watched it yet, but I saw the Blu-ray on there and had to upgrade it to Blu-ray. You got Josh Hutcherson and Suki Waterhouse in this one. Looks interesting. And this next one is Prey. Looks to be a kind of a creature feature horror film, I believe. And another thing about Hamilton Book is a lot of the times if you're unable to find something at Dollar Tree, it's available on Hamilton Book, maybe for $3 to $5. But if you're unable to find them at Dollar Tree, you might as well pick them up from Hamilton Book. And this is one that I had been looking for forever at Dollar Tree and never found it. That's Eden Log. Magnet release. Sad I couldn't find it for $1, but hey, it was still cheap through Hamilton. This next one is actually released by Draft House Films, and always interested in checking those out. And I remember when this one came out, it was definitely on my radar because of the cast. It has Britt Marling, Haley Steinfeld, and Sam Worthington, and that is The Keeping Room. Looks to be kind of a modern Western. But Britt Marling, she's a really underrated actress. I really like her in Another Earth. She's great in it. But yeah, Britt Marling, really underrated actress. And Haley Steinfeld, Sam Worthington, I like them as well. So definitely looking forward to watching this one. And I think I have several titles here that are put out by IFC. And the first of them is A Lonely Place to Die. Another one that has a really great cast, including Benicio del Toro and Tim Robbins. That's A Perfect Day, another one put out by IFC. I remember when this one came out, I don't know, it looks really familiar to me, so excited to add it to the collection finally. Another IFC release, and that's Time Out of Mind. Looks to be kind of an independent film with Richard Gere, which is what really drew me into it. I don't think I've ever really seen him in an indie film, so looking forward to that one. I was able to find a couple of the Cinedigm releases of Super Bowls with the Patriots, so I was really excited to get those. I always keep an eye out for these at Dollar Tree, but I never find Patriots ones. And someone pointed out to me that they were available in Hamilton Book, so thank you to whoever that was. I'm sorry I don't remember who it was, but I was able to grab these, so I'm excited about those. Another Magnolia release that I've been looking for from Dollar Tree, and that's Jack and Diane, which has Juno Temple and Riley Keough, I believe is how you say it. But yeah, this one I've been looking for ages from Dollar Tree, and decided to just grab it from Hamilton Book. Another Canadian release here here, which stars Theo James, who is kind of a so-so actor, but he's fun to look at. So that's Lying and Stealing. But this was not available on Blu-ray in the US, so excited to pick that one up. And this next one's a horror film that I've never seen. I actually own it on HD DVD, but haven't watched it that way yet, and that's Pulse. I believe this is a US remake of a Japanese film, and I do own the Japanese film. But yeah, excited to add this on the Blu-ray format now. Next one, this is another one that's just been on my wish list on Hamilton Book forever, and I finally pulled the trigger, and that is The Corruptor with Chow Yun-fat and Mark Wahlberg. Don't know too much about this film, but those are two actors I enjoy, so should be a pretty good watch. And this one I remember picking up simply because it had Bill Skarsgård front and center, and that's Battle Creek. Don't know anything about this one. Don't even really know the company that put this one out, so yeah, pretty random find. I love the random like independent films that I can find on Hamilton Book. I found some real gems on there, to be honest. And another movie with an awesome cast. You have Angelica Houston, Bill Pullman, David Morse, and Julia Stiles. Julia Stiles needs to be in more things, but that's Trouble. This one's put out by Universal. I don't really remember when this one came out, but another one I'm excited to add based on the cast alone. And this one I had on DVD years ago, and I never watched it. Got rid of the DVD because I knew it had a Blu-ray. And I finally picked up the Blu-ray, and that's Adore with Naomi Watts and Robin Wright. This next one is an MVD visual release. I've actually looked into picking this movie up before, but every time I saw it, it was like $20 or more for some reason. And it features music by Oingo Boingo, which is Danny Elfman's band in the 80s, and I love them. And it just looks like a wacky, crazy cult film, and that's Forbidden Zone. On the back it says the Citizen Kane of underground movies, so this one definitely really intrigues me. Again, I've looked into picking it up before, and it was just always kind of pricey, but I think it was like $10 from Hamilton, so I was happy to finally add this one. And the last thing I picked up, I'm really excited about this because I always like to pick up the Shudder originals, but this one I couldn't find in stores, and then I couldn't even really find it online shortly after it came out, and I knew it had a slipcover, so I didn't want to risk ordering it from Amazon or something and not get the slipcover. All of a sudden it had been like a year since it came out, and I still hadn't picked it up, and then I saw it on Hamilton Book, and I was like, wow, it's only $5, so I've got to pick it up and see if it comes with the slip, and thank goodness it did, and that is Gwen. I really enjoy these Shudder originals. Even the lesser of the Shudder originals are still pretty entertaining. I think they have curated a great selection of independent horror. I'm looking forward to watching this. I know people have been finding it at Dollar Tree now, of course, you know, now that I paid $5 for it, but I don't even care because this slip is in mint condition. It looks fantastic, and I've been wanting to see this since it came out. I don't know if it's a great movie or anything, but I am excited to add it to the collection. So yeah, Gwen. So that is everything I picked up from Hamilton Book. Again, it was a pretty massive order this time. It had been several months since I ordered from them, so I had some catching up to do, but was happy to see they had a new label with Olive Films, and was able to pick up some more Twilight times, and then a bunch of things that were on my wish list for a while. And I actually have placed another order since I got this order in the mail, so that should be here in the next week or two, and I'll do another video showing those. But yeah, that's everything I picked up from Hamilton Book. I'm thinking about sometimes breaking up our haul videos a little bit by separating certain retailers or labels, you know, like I've done in the past with Severin and Vinegar Syndrome, you know, just so that it's not so much in our monthly haul videos. Let me know what you guys think of that, if you would like me to continue to do that, or if you don't want to see that as much, let me know. But I was happy to sit down and highlight Hamilton Book because they're a great e-tailer, somewhere that Blu-ray collectors definitely should look if they're looking to build up their collection and find really cheap but awesome releases of things. So I was happy to highlight them in their own video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell to get notifications when we upload new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.